Listen, dear Ohanezes. You see, this is the reason sometimes I don't blame Nnamdi Kanu when he begins to call himself Ohaneze Nndigbo. There's no time for you to talk of money. Even if you're going to talk about money, what you need to say first now is to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Because that man would have not been there if not the effect of that coup. Because it is after the coup, I read it on this book. See, in this book. And I read this one as well. All of them are speaking about the war. And there's one statement that they do make there, that for killing of Sultan of Sokoto, the Fulanis demand for 1 million head of the Igbos that made the slaughtering of the Igbos in the north to take place. So what are we going to demand for first? Is it money? Nnamdi Kanu should be released. After the release of Nnamdi Kanu, they should give Igbo seaport, so that we can be able to be doing our business. And thirdly, they should allow us to take part in the governing of this country if we are part of them. Because before the coup, that is the way it was.
Of these people too. Okay, this 10 trillion that they are requesting for, if they give them, if they want to share it state by state, if they give them 10 trillion, that means they have 5 states now. That means each state they are going to receive like 2 trillion. After receiving it, to what extent they want to, what do they want to use it for? 10 trillion in the hand of all these goons. If it does go into the thing here, nobody will hear about it again. But what I think they should demand for is a better government in Nigeria, a special concentration and development in the south. Give Southeast what they deserve. If they win election genuinely, let them rule. There should be no any form of Igbo cannot rule in this nation, which I'm not subscribed to. Let me tell you, like I will say that I believe in struggling to acquire power, which has not been easy. We have seen so many times when people struggle for power in this nation before they got it. Awolowo tried, he couldn't get it. MKO tried, he couldn't get it until Tinubu stand his grant. Somehow he was able to win. So all those clauses, if there's any political vendetta against Igbo, they should remove it. And developmental projects that the Igbo side deserve, they should just give them. National airport, they deserve it. There should be a functioning seaport in that axis, either in the south or in the southeast, so that it will provide enabling environment for them to do their business. We all know that the majority of them, they are businessmen, and they should make sure that there is an enabling environment for them to do their business in their axis. Simple. And how can they achieve that one? Is by ensure that there's a good government in this country.
So guys, since Ohaneze demanded for a 10 trillion naira to be paid to the Igbos, guess what? So many reactions have been coming up on the social media. Many Nigerians are reacting, especially the Igbos, saying, is that the much Ohaneze could go for? So many of them are not happy. Some of them are saying, why would Ohaneze Nndigbo even mention money? That there are other things to talk about, not money, especially the release of Nnamdi Kanu. They also talked about how many people were quite as a result of that coup, how many Igbos that their lives were gone. Many people lost their lives, and the hatred that was generated from that coup has been there persistently on the Igbos and has cost the Igbos a whole lot. So many people are not happy, looking at the properties of the Igbos, the lives of the Igbos, and everything that were lost. People are like, what is 10 trillion that Ohaneze Nndigbo is asking for? Some of them say they want a referendum. Some of them say the federal government should use this opportunity to conduct referendum to know if the Igbos actually want to leave Nigeria or not. While some of them are saying that it is Nnamdi Kanu's release that the Ohaneze Nndigbo should be talking about, not even money. So a whole lot of reaction. I'm going to allow you to take a look at some of this reaction. Even the very dark man has equally lent his voice in this. Just take your time and watch this video and let me know what your honest reaction is in the comment section below. Take a look.
Or the Igbos. Listen, dear Ohanezes. You see, this is the reason sometimes I don't blame Nnamdi Kanu when he begins to call himself Ohaneze Nndigbo. There's no time for you to talk of money. Even if you're going to talk about money, what you need to say first now is to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Because that man would have not been there if not the effect of that coup. Because it is after the coup, I read it on this book. See, in this book. And I read this one as well. All of them are speaking about the war. And there's one statement that they do make there, that for killing of Sultan of Sokoto, the Fulanis demand for 1 million head of the Igbos that made the slaughtering of the Igbos in the north to take place. So what are we going to demand for first? Is it money? Nnamdi Kanu should be released. After release of Nnamdi Kanu, they should give Igbo seaport, so that we can be able to be doing our business. And thirdly, they should allow us take part in the governing of this country if we are part of them. Because before the coup, that is the way it was.
Of these people to, okay, this 10 trillion that they are requesting for, if they give them, if they want to share it state by state, if they give them 10 trillion, that means they have 5 states now. That means each state they are going to receive like 2 trillion. After receiving it, to what extent they want to, what do they want to use it for? 10 trillion in the hand of all these goons. If it does go into the thing here, nobody will hear about it again. But what I think they should demand for is a better government in Nigeria, a special concentration and development in the South. Give Southeast what they deserve. If they win election genuinely, let them rule. There should be no any form of Igbo cannot rule in this nation, which I'm not subscribed to. Let me tell you, like I will say that I believe in struggling to acquire power, which has not been easy. We have seen so many times when people struggle for power in this nation before they got it. Awolowo tried, he couldn't get it. MKO tried, he couldn't get it until Tinubu stand his grant. Somehow he was able to win. So all those clauses, if there's any political vendetta against Igbo, they should remove it. And developmental projects that the Igbo side deserve, they should just give them. International airport, they deserve it. There should be a functioning seaport in that axis, either in the south or in the southeast, so that it will provide enabling environment for them to, to do their business. We all know that the majority of them, they are businessmen, and they should make sure that there is an enabling environment for them to do their business in their axis. Simple. And how can they achieve that one? Is by ensure that there's a good government in this country.
Again, Biafran, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Pending your area of domicile this very wonderful morning. Today is a very wonderful day. Let me go straight to the news because I don't want us to be long here. Ohaneze seeks for 10 trillion naira from Tinubu and seeks for apology from the Tinubu administration over the 1966 coup that was just reviewed by the former president of Nigeria, Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida. Okay, just in case most of you has not heard, but I know it's out there, that Babangida said the coup that happened in 1966 was actually not an Igbo coup. So, which means they have killed our people and destroyed lives and property and tagging it an Igbo coup. So today it is out there in the public domain that it is not an Igbo coup. But my own point is that please, Ohaneze is not speaking for the Biafrans. Ohaneze is speaking for themselves. They are not speaking for us. They are not speaking for us. Instead of Ohaneze to go straight and ask the government of Nigeria, the terrorist government of Nigeria, to release Nnamdi Kanu, they are asking for compensation and they are asking for apologies, which is not our business. The only way we will seek our exit from Nigeria is Tinubu should sign our exit so that we will be out there heading home. We are not interested of what has happened in 1966 or what has happened before then or after then. We are not interested. What we are interested is acknowledge our new country so that we'll be heading home. For you all to know that these animals call themselves Ohaneze Nndigbo. They are not fighting for us. They are not fighting for the Nndigbo. They are fighting for their pocket. This should have been a very wonderful and a good opportunity that they will come out and address the federal government of Nigeria. But instead, what did they do? They are seeking compensation of 10 trillion naira. You know, it is all about the money. It is not all about our freedom. We just want to be totally free. We don't care about the money. To be honest, we do not care about the money. What we care about is our total freedom from Nigeria, from that contraction called Nigeria. This is all we are asking for. Whatever Ohaneze is saying is their business. We don't care. We do not want any of those. What we want is total restoration of Biafra and total freedom of our people, both Nnamdi Kanu and any other Biafrans that are being held illegally in any detention in the world. This is what we want. We do not care about what these animals, Ohaneze Nndigbo, is talking about, or they are telling the federal government. We don't care. All we know is that we have submitted our document of recognition to the illegitimate president of Nigeria, which is Tinubu. So please, Tinubu, sign that for us to exit Nigeria, so that, you know, we will stop terrorizing Nigeria. You have called us a terrorist, so there is no need of coming to beg, of coming to compensate. Just the only thing we needed from you is to sign our exit from Nigeria. Thank you so much, Biafrans, and may God bless you guys. If you don't, then I will keep repeating this. Nigeria will be worse than Somalia. It's not a threat, but it's just the reality. Thank you so much.
It cannot, actually, but we're just trying to compare and contrast. If 10 trillion is enough, if it's not enough, if you ask me, it's better they don't pay. Because the reparation for war, because of the loss of war, then again, no project has ever been going to southeastern Nigeria for over 9 years now. The second Niger bridge, some persons are murmuring, it was a Jonathan project. Buhari did not send anything to that region since his 8 straight years. So we are in a triple administration. Tinubu turned his back on Igbos. The only thing he knows is to incarcerate Nnamdi Kanu. Tibuoha, Chibuoha, Zobuoha, Tibuoha. So what am I saying? This year alone, the annual expenditure, the budget, 10 kobo did not go to southeastern Nigeria. It was supplementary budget. They said, your people should cook during supplementary budget. This is region that is feeding Nigeria for over how many years? Oga, reparation cannot convince me. If reparation is convincing Joe Ibokwe, it can't convince me. If reparation is convincing Ojus Okalo, it can't convince me to believe that I'm a Nigerian. No, reparation is not enough. 10 quadrillion can never pay Igbo man the loss of Nigerian Biafran civil war. We lost many people, everyone. That reparation is not enough, if you ask me. The only reparation we need, one, releasing Nnamdi Kanu, give him freedom. He must go. We don't need your money. Nnamdi Kanu is needed to let go, so that Finland will at least give accessibility to EPA. Allow him to go continue his work on social media. 3, declaration of Biafra in Finland, Lati, faraway Finland, to be affirmed by Nigerian government. Not only Nigerian government, United States, United Nations, NATO, all over the world. It should be affirmed so that Nigeria will get herself. Nigeria is a woman that has been underfed for many years. Over what? Ethnic bigotry, over religion. Nigeria has been very hungry since. Fulani is trying to annihilate. See, Fulani has been overfeeding Nigeria many years. Why? Because of aggressiveness, aggression. They migrated from foreign land into Nigeria, actually discovered that Nigeria is a land that flows with milk and honey. And Fulani man became what? Aggrieved for many years. Since centuries, 18. Fulani became aggressive. All their anger in this life, they carry the whole anger heap on outside head. Sit down on the houses. They march on their head till today. Fulani is outside your problem. You are a professional animal keepers. That is what you at least learn from either Ottoman Fodio or whoever, we don't know. From Futajelo, Senegal, and Gambia, you migrated into this country. Igbo man become your problem. After the coup of 1966, Igbo man become your problem. During the coup of 1966, Igbo man become your problem. Fulani, okay, I've given you the 3 things that should replace reparation in its entirety, so that Igbo man will have a say in his region, southeastern Nigeria. whereby you are guarding everybody, our oil with double barrel, everybody there under AK-47 Fulani men, even that are rearing animals in the bush are wearing AK-49, Pompachon, Mark 4. At Igbo man again, and Nigeria still remain, they look like Mumu. What happened in 1967 can never repeat itself again, unless this place will be written off. What we bought then, we are not going to bear it again.
Ohaneze Nndigbo, you be like all of now all these old men wait there for Ohaneze Nndigbo, what couldn't Igbo. So as they then lay this kind of allegation on una for how many years, we take a lot of people's life, we make Hausa people hate us, we make us no day in power till today. Una they toss it to make Tinubu apologize to una, give una 10 trillion naira. That money now. Does it worth how many people's life where this thing don't take? Does it worth how many things we don't lose for the government? Does it worth it? Instead, we wanna go reason. Use them as opportunity to beg Tinubu to release Nnamdi Kanu. We don't dame in illegal detention for years. Una all collect money. Otakun say right to nine. Now like this, una take the sell una right for the government. Arababuchu nine aya. Ohaneze my foot.
Ohaneze.
Now, according to Mr. IBB, there was nothing like Igbo coup during the 1966. After many years, this thing cost a lot of lives. Innocent Igbos, fine for nothing. Innocent civilians, fine for nothing. After many years, they are coming out to tell us that there was nothing like Igbo coup. This issue don't make many hate day towards the Igbos in this country, because this country is so tribalistic to the point that tribalistic Yoruba, tribalistic Hausa, tribalistic Fulani, tribalistic any tribe in this country, they will all come together to attack the tribalistic Igbo and the untribalistic Igbo every time. The tribalistic in this country is so one-sided to the point that they don't even allow Igbo people become president for many years now. Why? The hate is too obvious. The tribalism is too obvious. We need to end tribalism. We need to come together. We need to end tribalism.
Alright, so as you all know, yesterday Ohaneze Nndigbo seek apology from the federal government and also 10 trillion naira compensation to the Igbos, following the revelation from IBB's book that the coup was not an Igbo coup. That coup that they lied that was an Igbo coup led to the Biafran war, where it led to the buying of a lot of Igbos. Now, the Ohanezes are requesting for 10 trillion, which is okay. But I also think they should put Nnamdi Kanu as part of the negotiation, and this is why. Without that lie that it was an Igbo coup, there will not be Nnamdi Kanu. There will not be Nnamdi Kanu. Because Nnamdi Kanu grew up to see that, oh, my people are being marginalized. My people are being stereotyped. My people are not given the right opportunity as other tribes. You know, we have 3 major tribes in Nigeria: Hausa, Igbo, and Yoruba. They are not given the same opportunities as the Hausas and the Yorubas. That's why Nnamdi Kanu followed in the paw prints of his forefathers and decided that, you know what, yeah, since they already talk this thing, make we get our own place, since they know they treat us fairly. And everything is the genesis. The genesis of everything started from that narrative that the 1966 coup was an Igbo coup, which caused problem for the Igbos. Now, why? Since Hausa don't rule, Yoruba don't rule, Hausa go rule, Yoruba go rule, but Igbo know the rule. And the only time we move, you got our own place, Hausa. So the Igbo never test the power. And guess what? The Igbos couldn't test the power because a lot of people are scared that if you give an Igbo man power today, that is going to divide Nigeria. That's one of the main reasons why they don't even want me Igbo rule. From my own observation, I mean, I'm still young, but which I don't listen to and which I don't notice, this is what it is. So there will be no Nnamdi Kanu if that lie from the 1966 coup did not happen. So they should do a bargain and bring Nnamdi Kanu out. That would be more fair. That would be very, very fair. That would be very, very fair. So 10 trillion, Nnamdi Kanu, and to be very honest, like I said, I don't want me to say na me talk am, and I cannot cry more than the belief. Normally, normal. After that IBB book, all the shops on Nigeria, they're supposed to lock am, do a march. The Igbos are supposed to do a march. Waiting don't dent their name for how many years? Finally, something don't come clear them, and you all are cool about it. But I cannot cry more than the bereaved, you know. I can't cry more than the bereaved. If when I do the march, I mean, I'll be very happy to ginger the march, and I'll be very happy to walk. It's a freedom walk. Not be say we go protest or anything, but a march for the heroes that have passed, and a march for the victims of this whole lies that was cooked up by some powerful people then against the Igbos. But like I said, I can't cry more than the bereaved. But it's just a sad thing that happened to them. But again, getting Nnamdi Kanu out is a fair bargain. So Ohaneze Nndigbo, add this to part of your bargain. Peace and love, don't play. Yes, you're gonna learn, and you're gonna learn the hard way. I have a platform, that's how I'm speaking. That's all. Peace and love.
Buhari will say, I condemn. They'll be asking, President, condemn this killing and attack now. We have been condemning attack on the Nigerian people. Boko Haram will kill, will condemn the attack. This one will kill, will condemn. With all the iron condemn statements, has it stopped the killings? If Tinubu apologizes on behalf of the other military regime and pay 10 trillion naira, will this stop the hatred? It can never stop the hatred. The only thing that can stop the hatred is the Igbo people are given a system that works for them. And one system that works for them is Biafra. I said it in my former broadcast that the reasons why Nigeria don't want Igbo to go is because they need the Igbos to keep Nigeria together. Because if they really don't need the Igbos, they should have allowed the Igbos to go. Nobody wish be that. Some people saying that the Southeast, they're not relevant in the scheme of things. Okay, allow these people go. You will not allow them go. Well, I know that's a narrative you are pushing. You are not serious with what you are saying by saying the Southeast is not needed, blah, blah. They know that if you allow the Southeast go, Nigeria is gone. If you allow the Southeast have their Biafra, Nigeria is gone. So they are afraid of allowing these people go. The only thing that can repay for the millions of people that were killed during the war, even if it was an Igbo coup, even if it was an Igbo coup, let's assume it was an Igbo coup, does it warrant the killing of millions of human beings, a genocide? Does it warrant that? In the north, hundreds of thousands of people were being killed by both army and mob, northern army and northern mob. Does it warrant that? Is there any justification for those killings? Because some army officers did something among themselves without informing anybody. They informed themselves and they did what they were doing at their own accord. How does that affect the lives of the people? How would you take the lives of millions of people because of a singular act of a person? So Nigeria has to apologize, even if, let's assume, because nobody wants to agree that it is not an Igbo coup. People don't want to agree from the other side. Babangida has come in his book and said it is not an Igbo coup. Other people have written about the coup. Those that were there actively, they said it wasn't an Igbo coup. But because narrative and agenda must adjourn, people are pushing that agenda so that they can carry all sort of atrocities on the Igbo people, which they seem to be doing till today. And despite the fact that they have been in power, Nigeria has not seen the light. I've said it before that if you keep on subjugating the Igbo man, Nigeria has nowhere to go. You remain down and you remain underdeveloped. That is the wish of the colonial masters and the wish of the West, to make sure that Africa is divided, there's insecurity in Africa, Africa is unstable, so that they will start pillaging on your resources. All these people that are moving up and down hate hate this one, hate that one. Their sense not reach here. Say the reasons why these white people want you to be fighting, so that you not see the light. So far you're in one Nigeria. Nobody will see, nobody will have rest. If you like become a president and develop one region, nobody will have rest. You see the northern part of Nigeria. The insecurity there is making Nigeria lose a lot of development. Until the system is changed, resource control, balkanization or regional system of government, then things can get better. We don't want 10 trillion naira. From then till now, we have gotten 10 trillion naira from the national cake. What has the governors, what have the leaders of the Southeast done with it? The little money they have, what have they done with it? How have they been active in the house? We have leaders that are created by the Fulani given to us. That's why there's nothing working. So if Ohaneze is telling Tinubu, they know that it is something that is not possible. Apologize to the Igbos and 10 trillion. They know it's not possible. The Fulani will never apologize because they feel that their leaders were killed. This Ronu will never apologize. If they want to do a political setting, let them do that political thing. If Nigeria is going to work, let it work with changing the system. All this shalaye we don't want. I prefer an Igbo nation than this thing that Ohaneze is proposing. See, if you still continue with this one Nigerian thing and you don't structure the country, you will go nowhere. I'm telling you, nowhere. Nobody's going anywhere. Nobody. Look at Erufai. Look at the things that Tinubu is doing for the Southwest. And they think that, okay, we do this for the Southwest, then other regions, they can go to hell. The Fulanis are preparing to truncate that thing to stop the Tinubu from developing that southern part of Nigeria. Is this the Nigeria Ohaneze want us to belong to? Is this the Nigeria Ohaneze wants us to belong to? We don't want 10 trillion naira. We don't want apologies. Apologies should be shown by action, not by mere statement. If you want to really know that these people are sorry, the Fulani can never be sorry. This Ohaneze, they are politicians, they should understand. Except they are just doing what they are doing for aesthetics, for just formality. Because we know, in Nigeria we know, they are never ever sorry. They are even accusing the Igbos of killing their leaders. This perspective, 3 people that died were the ones that were responsible for the arrest of Awolowo. 3 amongst the people that were killed were responsible for the arrest of Awolowo. You see, the actors, those that are alive, never said it was an Igbo coup. They said that these people came together because there was corruption then. Corruption, like the corruption we have today. Some young people just stand up and say, let's finish all these corrupt leaders. That's what happened then. Let's finish, share ourselves. But some officers, some Southeast officers went to the Southeast. Some people ran away. Some people, they could not get them. No killings in the Southeast. And those that went to the North, killed from the North, killed in the West. So it was a corrupt society then. And the Northerners were even happy that Nzogu finished some of these people. But when it got to a point whereby the narrative, they started changing the narrative, that look at in the Southeast, they did not kill their people. They want to, so they had to poison the mind of the Northerners. Because the people backed these young soldiers because there was corruption then, brazen corruption, like what we have of today. So they knew it wasn't an Igbo coup, but however, it took an ethnic coloration according to Babangida. Everyone that wrote about that coup said the same thing. It wasn't an Igbo coup. So apologies will not go anywhere. Even giving Igbo presidency will not go anywhere. You see, the hatred is in the DNA, according to Shore. The hatred is in the bloodstream. You cannot wish away ethnic rivalry by just apologies or 10 trillion naira. The only thing you can, the solution is give these people their independence. Independence. Because so far that we have these political wranglings and we have the Fulani involved in Nigeria. If you take away the Fulani from Nigeria, all this hatred will just sift away. So far the Fulani are there, and they see Nigeria as an opportunity, a land so fertile where they can call their father's estate. They will always fuel tensions between groups and regions. Erufai went to Edwin Clark and started saying all sorts of things, politics upon politics, following an article saying the North and South side needs to align to rescue Nigerians from this government. That's the typical nature of the Fulani. They want to put katakata everywhere and they come on top. Look at that coalition. You see him and Atiku. Him and Atiku. As much as we understand what is going on, my brother, what the Igbos need is an Igbo nation. A viable Igbo nation. A system that works for the Igbos. This generation is already corrupted. So there's no kind of apology from this generation can ever be enough. If like give 20 trillion naira, the one way Nigeria don't get, the one way politicians they look where they want thief, now you want collect from their hand. And these APC politicians, they're looking for money to steal, and you think they have vowed not to give Igbos some development, and you think they will bring 10 trillion. Who is going to police them? Which court? A federal government does not obey court order will now obey you as Ohaneze. Ohaneze, there are better things to start fighting for. Ohaneze, talk to your lawmakers. Let them be more aggressive in the house. If it's to stage a walkout, let agitation start from the National Assembly. Let our lawmakers be involved. Let's look at how we can get people that we have the Igbos at heart and represent them well. Let's look at how we can get leaders that are not being influenced by Fulani. Look at Benjamin Kanu threatening and Alex Oti because the Fulani gave him some assurances, and the new cabal is telling him that you must bring that Abia state for APC. How they suspended the INEC commissioners in those states, that the INEC commissioners refused to be corrupt and be part of the corruption in the last election. They removed the INEC commissioners. They use politics. You know politics now. Politics, and remove every one of them. I'm very happy that at this point in time, IBB has caused a lot of chaos, a lot of crisis. The narrative now has changed. Some people have been saying, some Southwesterners have been saying it for a very long time, that this is not an Igbo coup. They are changing narrative. 3 things that rule the world. 3 things. Principles, ideas, and narrative. Igbos now should be investing in the media. It is not only you. This dogmatic approach of Igbos of today, I don't understand. Invest in the narrative. You control the narrative. Control the means of production. Control the narrative. Play the politics. Invest in the media. Support your own. Sponsor young stars from the southeast. Young people that are vibrant, that can do media. Bring them together. Invest and invest and invest. Tell your own stories. Don't let Ibadan media define who you are. Because all this while, the narrative have been, it is Igboku, Igboku, Igboku. And most of us were even looking at it from some of the things that people are saying. It may be an Igboku, but some other reports by people that are dead suggest otherwise. But somebody who is alive has come out to say that it wasn't an Igboku. There's still some Yorubas who come out and say it is still an Igboku. It took an ethnic coloration. All of us go school. Even with a PhD, you still understand that some level of ethnicity was attached to that. After the killings, some people are just from nowhere. They just create one story that if Juna tricked Ademolegu into, they just be creating. If Juna was one that planned the coup, and look at the number. They're just creating so many things. I understand. I've been in the Southwest. I understand what propaganda is. I understand how they do those things. But you see, you need to be someone that doesn't have a conscience to twist history. The Igbos were high-handed, I understand. They were tribalistic, I understand. But that particular coup was not intentional, an Igbo coup. The Igbo officers was trying to play smart, and they played ethnicity there, and that has cost a lot of things. But you cannot, because of the action of a few soldiers, with few people, let the lives of 3 million people go like that. Even some Yorubas are asking, where are the graves? Mocking the death of children, women, pregnant women, and young men. It's unfortunate. If Nigeria does not want to apologize, let them not apologize. Nigeria is placed under a spell if they don't apologize to the Igbos. So if they don't want to apologize, they know what to do. If they want to continue with the propaganda or whatever, the narrative that is Igbo coup, let it be Igbo coup. But the life of those innocent people that died is speaking, and it will stunt the growth of Nigeria. That's why I've been fighting. If you watch all my videos, let us change the system. Restructure this Nigeria. Because the way it is, there's no going forward. This is a creation of Britain. Some people are supporting one Nigeria because they are benefiting from it. Or they are clueless. Or they are myopic. They are not seeing the big picture. This is a creation of Britain. Let us dismantle this structure and create a new structure that will benefit us. Because if we dismantle this structure, the hand of the Fulani and the Britain will be removed and will be free. We see how development will freely flow in. But no, greedy, selfish, and wicked and stupid politicians we have in the southeast and every other place, nobody wants progress. Nobody wants to move forward. Everybody wants to go snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. People that are claiming that you want a better Nigeria is because they don't have opportunity at that table. When you give them opportunity now, they start running rogue and going haywire. If you have not read that book, go and read the book. IBB. He said a lot of things, a lot of lies, a lot of half-truths, and a lot of revelations. We're not saying that IBB is perfect in what he said. But when there's a consistent statement from different writers that it wasn't an Igbo coup, IBB is not the first person that said it's not an Igbo coup. Other writers that have written about the Biafra war said it wasn't an Igbo coup. So that one is settled. Whoever that is pushing the narrative is just playing that game of repeating something, repeating a lie. That's what they do on social media. They repeat that lie. They lie. And that lie seems to become the fact, and you forget about the truth. Then we will not forget about the truth. We understand how to play that game. And I said it. I'm learning from some of these people. 2027, they will see a different game. You see, when we take pride in misinforming or disinformation, it does not help a society like Nigeria. It just destroys the people. But since everybody don't want to play, we don't want a better Nigeria. Let restructure. I will always say this, and I will continue to say this. I will not stop saying it. That Nigerians cannot do without the Igbos. Why? Because they are refusing to allow the Igbos go. Igbos have said, let us go. They refuse. They spend billions of naira to go and arrest Nnamdi Kanu. They are taking a lot of effort to meet Finland government to arrest Samanekwa, because these people are saying we must go by force. Nigerian government is saying you are not going. So Nigeria can never do without the Igbos. If the Igbos leave Nigeria today, Nigeria is finished. If they don't apologize, Nigeria will continue in the trajectory. You will see it before your eyes. You just be running around. Apologize or do the right thing. Restructure Nigeria.
So guys, you have seen it for yourself. So many of the Igbo, especially those of them in the diaspora, and many people even back home, are not happy with Ohaneze Nndigbo. Some of them have been bashing out at Ohaneze Nndigbo for negotiating for the least. They are like, what is 10 trillion to compare with the lives that were lost? Many lives. I mean, lives were really lost as a result of that coup. The hatred has always been there. It's like a perpetual stain on the Igbos. And you could see that because of that hatred for the Igbos that generated from that coup, that brought up, that gave rise to, the civil war that was fought. Now, Nnamdi Kanu came up and saw the marginalization and was like, no, I'm going to fight this fight, even if it would take my life. And that's what he has been doing. So many people are really not happy with Ohaneze Nndigbo. That why are they talking about money? Why are they not talking about, you know, some people say referendum. Some people say Nnamdi Kanu. Some people say so many things. People are like telling, as in airing their views, what they think is even more important to the Igbos than just asking for money. Because when you ask, so okay, somebody was saying that if you ask for money and they give you the money, that means they will shut up your mouth from asking for your referendum. Some people have been saying the federal government should use this opportunity to do referendum and let's know if the Igbos actually want to leave or not. So a whole lot has been going on. People, everybody's airing his own view. Everybody's airing his own mind. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. Just take your time, watch the, you've watched this video, just drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of all this. Do you think these people are correct to have, you know, condemn Ohaneze Nndigbo? Let me know in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell. Please give this video a like so that YouTube can recommend it to others, and drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.